So we're here with Susan Dunklee from the U.S. Biathlon team, and she's here at Now, help me with the name. How do you say it again, Susan?
Pokljuka.
Pokljuka, okay. Every once in a while I look at it and I think I get it right and then I get it wrong. But you've had some tremendous skiing, some tremendous results there. And 6th yesterday, 10th today, and it's got to feel good to see yourself, finding yourself in the top 10 again.
Yeah, it does feel really good. I really feel like I put in the best summer of training that I've ever done. I very purposefully tackled some of my weakest areas, such as shooting speed.
Mm-hmm.
And I was starting to see that work really pay off in training. And then the start of the race season got off pretty slowly. It was a rough go. Those first few races with the standing. So I didn't find my groove for a while. And then it finally came together here.
Yeah, it looks so challenging at times. You know, it's hard for us. You know, we see you guys out there skiing, and then you come into the shooting range, and you know, I was just saying to somebody the other day that the regular cross country guys have it easy. You know, because it's
Biathlon is incredibly up and down. It's we call it an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah. And
when it's going well, it feels so easy and so doable. And when it's not going well, you often don't know why, and you don't know necessarily how to fix it, and it's this incredible low point.
Yes, you can see that, and you can start a race. I know I've watched you starting races, and you were leading, and you know it's exciting, and not just yourself, but other skiers from North America, and there seems to be a real, a resurgence, or I don't know if that's the right word, but you know there just seems to be a lot of energy coming from North America. You know, I think Tim Burke, your teammate, he had great results. I think that was in Slovenia. He had his first podium, I think, or he wore the yellow bib there. I can't remember.
Right. Yeah, he had the yellow bib before Christmas in 2009, going into the 2010 Olympic year. So he's been a huge role model for me. Him and Lowell both. They've been doing this a long time. And they've set a really good example for how to do this professionally and how to have a really good attitude towards training and racing.
Yeah, it looks it's definitely there. You know, with the added shooting and just keeping control and of course the prone and the standing. It's there's a lot going on and you know even watching it, keeping track of it is a challenge as well sometimes. You know.
Yeah.
Great to see the Canadians too stepping up last year, and I'm sure it's the same in biathlon as it is in cross country. You guys feed off each other's good results.
Oh, absolutely! It was really cool to see Nathan win a World Cup last year, and Rosanna's been climbing the ranks pretty consistently the last couple of years, and we definitely get excited when any North American does well in the sport because it's so big over in Europe. You show up to a race and there'll be like 30,000 fans. They'll broadcast it to a TV audience of, 700,000 to millions of people.
Yep.
During live prime time. And you go to the U.S. and you start talking about biathlon, and people are like, "Oh, is that swimming and running, or what?" You know.
I understand what you mean. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
And it is pretty incredible, just the whole scene over there when you watch it and you see how the people are so into it and the get-ups. We have it in football and hockey, so to speak, over here, and those are their key sports. And but that's got to also feed into you guys as well. You can just see the energy. I mean, I think they probably love it when you guys are kicking butt over there too.
Yeah, they definitely love cheering for the underdogs too.
Yeah.
But it's crazy if you listen in the stadium when one of the top Germans, for example, comes in to shoot, and the entire stadium goes dead silent, and they shoot the first shot, and if they hit, the whole crowd altogether yells "Yay!"
Sure.
And if they miss, it's this collective groan.
Yes.
And it's just it's unreal. It's kind of a crazy feeling. Crazy thing to witness.
It is, and we feel it over here when you watch it, and you're inside it because it's you're racing it. So, but I guess there's a whole energy that goes along with it that you've just got to deal with, and it's pressure no matter what, and it's and when you have an audience that's so engaged, it's also pretty uplifting too. on the other side. But I hear you, there's the dead silence when or a collective groan. So, well, listen.
I think the biggest challenge for me in this sport is honestly to keep it fun.
Yep.
Because I often perform the best when I'm happy, and I want to be happy in my day-to-day life, and this is so much of my life right now. But the harder I work at it and the more I sacrifice towards it, the more self-expectation I put on myself to have these good results and stuff. It means more to me,
Yes.
And yet I got to always remember why I got into the sport in the first place, why I love being outside on a gorgeous day and doing something active and feeling strong and just all these wonderful things. And working with a community of people, our staff, who are absolutely phenomenal, and they care so much about us. And it's just, there's so many wonderful things about the sport. It's just keeping it all in perspective.
Yes, of course. And, when you have a great day, great. When you don't have a great day, still being able to keep it together and come back and put it behind you. It's easier
That's
said.
That's the hardest part, honestly.
Sure. It's easier said than done, and it doesn't matter whether it's sport or anything. We're all judging ourselves by our own capacity to keep doing better and So talk a little bit about yesterday, because, that was a great day for you, and what happened for you yesterday? Because, when you look back and you say, geez, that was great. It came together. And I'm sure it felt great. But you also look and try to figure out tactically what happened that made it.
So I had an interesting situation where I was wearing bib number 2, which means that there was hardly anybody else out on the course during those first couple laps. And I also wasn't able to get any splits, or not very useful splits anyway.
Sure.
Which is different than how we would normally feel in a race. But it reminded me a lot of Ruhpolding World Championships in 2012 when I had a real breakthrough race. In that situation, you really can focus on doing your own pacing and not get distracted by what's going on around you. So I felt really relaxed. And I also felt really calm and confident. It was sunny out. There's beautiful mountains around. It's a good day to be outside. Bled is a beautiful city that we're staying in, and I was just relaxed and happy. And the skiing felt incredible. Shooting, it's pretty easy shooting conditions. Not much wind at all.
Mm-hmm.
Crohn's been going great for the last couple weeks, so I feel really confident in that. Standing is what has really gotten me, and yesterday I had to keep my focus on very simple, basic stuff. I have this keyword I use, quiet, where it's about having a quiet barrel on the target, not much extra movement,
right.
Quieting down my thought process, just staying very focused, narrowing my focus to just the target.
Sure.
And I used that key, and I was very disciplined about keeping my thoughts on that keyword, and it worked for me yesterday.
Sure.
So it was great.
I guess that is part of the process, is staying focused and not letting either the other athletes, the fans, or anything else interrupt your focus, because that's the only way you're going to hit the target. Yeah,
well, it's a funny thing because I don't think it's possible to keep distractions out. I mean, you're going to have these thoughts that pop into your head sometimes.
Yes.
The important thing is to be able to refocus. It's to recognize, that's a distracting thought. It's not very useful right now.
Right.
And just constantly bringing back the focus to what you need to be focusing on over and over and over again. And that's a discipline that you have to do every day in practice in order for it to work well in the race.
Sure. So is when you look back and you say, okay, these things worked for me, and then the process is trying to repeat that experience in the next day and the next day or the next competition, so to speak? Is it a little bit like that?
Yeah. Well, in order to recreate that feeling, I think it's so important to be relaxed and be happy with what I'm doing. I mean, there's all these pressures, and like I said before, managing that self-expectation can be the hardest thing. And I can feel like I'm doing everything right and doing my whole race plan the way I'm supposed to, just like I did in training every day.
Sure. And
things can just totally fall apart. But if I'm loose and relaxed, and I can almost let go of the result in a way, things often come together better. So. Sure,
I understand, and I think it's something we're all kind of familiar with. That just being relaxed is always better than being uptight or getting nervous or overthinking, underthinking.
being able to laugh at yourself, and yeah.
Yes, of course. So a quick question about, because obviously we did talk a little bit about what's it like over there, and the fact that we now have, a return to the U.S. for a World Cup, and now a Canadian World Cup, which is, of course, a nice sort of double whammy, so to speak, for you guys.
Yeah.
And of course, so is there a talk about that over there with the Euros? A little bit?
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of them are excited to go over to North America. They haven't been to the U.S. or Canada before. Of course, it's kind of interesting that their first experience in the U.S. will be Fort Kent, Maine, but
sure,
they're excited. I mean, it's a long travel. It's going to be stressful. The Europeans are not very good at dealing with jet lag, and that's something that the Canadians and Americans have gotten really good at.
Yeah, forced to.
We're excited after Fort Kent, or Presque Isle, I guess it's not Fort Kent.
Yeah.
After Presque Isle, we're going to be able to hop in the car and drive home, and we've never had that experience before. We're always staying in a hotel room and catching flights. And each week we see some of the other countries, like the Germans or the Austrians, the Italians, the Czechs. A lot of these World Cups, they can drive. They're within drivable distance of their home, so they finish the weekend of racing and they go home for a day or two.
Yes. That's
such a strange experience for us.
Yeah, of course. You're out of a suitcase for X number of months, and that's just the way it is. And the reality, like you said, you've done it for so many years that you can just get good at it. But it's not an easy thing to get good at, no matter what.
Yeah.
Have you raced in Canmore before?
I have. We've had NORAM races there, and we used to have trials there for the World Cup team.
Sure.
In the early season. And it's an absolute gorgeous place. I'm really excited. I love anywhere with mountains and sunshine, and Canmore often has a lot of both. Yeah.
It's a great venue, and of course the World Cup's going to finish there, as you know, on the cross country side. So,
that's really cool.
It's amazing they're having a 45-day festival. I can't imagine what it takes to do that, eh?
Yeah, they must have a phenomenal crew of volunteers, because that's a lot of big events.
Yeah. Well, big and small, but 45 days of activities, definitely, a lot of skiing and a lot of, action going on. So,
yeah.
Well, listen, that's great, Susan. So, tomorrow you're in the, what's up tomorrow?
The mass start, and that's a race format that has only 30 starters because there's 30 shooting points. So they take the top 25 off of the overall season rankings, and then the next 5 best people from the week of racing. So I got one of those five-person starts. And it's going to be a tough race because it's the last race of the trimester. A lot of these girls have raced 8 or 9 times already.
Right.
And we're heading into the Christmas break. Everybody's really tired.
Sure.
And I know I'm going to feel tired for sure, but the way I look at it is I think I do tired really well relative to other people when they're tired, so I think it'll be fun.
Well put. I do tired very well. Good. Okay, well, great. Well, listen, thanks for spending time with us. It's great to hear what's going on behind the scenes and to spend time with you and hear about the ups and downs and what it's like racing over there. And we want to wish you all the best. Congratulations on the great results. It's so exciting. We're all here, when we're watching, cheering, and for all the North Americans. And so it's great to see you up there. And we wish you all the best tomorrow too.
Yeah, thank you.
Alrighty, and so we'll catch up with you later, and we'll look forward to seeing you in Canmore and in Presque Isle.
Presque Isle, yep. Sounds great. Thanks.